welcome back. What we're going to do right now is I'm going to show you how to love sales calls so much it's weird, okay? So you're going to go from being, as you can see here, super scared, very nervous, and I'm sure you've experienced this when you hop on a Zoom call and the prospect joins, and them joining makes your heart sink and you get so nervous. I'm going to get you going from that to a point here where you're so excited for it and you love it, okay? When someone joins, you're really happy and you're excited to see them and you love them. Obviously, this transformation on its own is great, and just kind of coming over the fear, it's going to help you a lot. But the big thing is that going from being scared to loving it is going to drastically increase your sales call conversion rate, okay? And one thing before we get into it, the reason that I'm making this video is because someone asked me to, okay? So I went in the 10K per month agency in the school, and I wrote this, and someone literally said it, okay? And I'm making this video because someone said it. So if you want me to make a video on whatever topic you want to learn about, go join, okay? It's the second link in the description. Go join this 10K per month agency on this, okay? So let's get straight into it. There's three main things that we need to focus on, okay? So number one, the first thing is reframe, okay? And this might seem a little bit wishy-washy, but it'll make sense, okay? Reframe. And so what we want to do here is we want to go from selling to helping. So selling to help, right? This is probably the biggest thing that I did that helped me, okay? It's going from I just really want money to I actually want to help this person, okay? And so the way that you do that is by reframing the way that you look at the sales call, okay? If you're in the sell mode, when you see a sales call, what do you see? You see an opportunity. If your product is 4,000 up front, you see another opportunity to make 4,000 up front, okay? And when you're coming into sales call like that, you're being needy. You're acting like you need to have this. You don't have that abundance mindset. You're kind of vicious and you're slimy and scummy, right? And you don't want to be seen like that, but more importantly, you don't want to see yourself like that. So what you want to do is you want to look at the entire call like it's a help call, okay? You're not trying to sell them, you're trying to help them. And so what we should do is break the sales call up into two parts. Number one is diagnose, okay? And this is the first part of the call. And this is, when you're doing all of the questioning. When you're in the diagnose stage, it should not even be crossing your mind about the money or about anything like that, about actually closing the person. That should not be crossing your mind. All you're doing is like you're a doctor, just seeing if there would be a good fit and seeing if they're a good fit for your prescription, okay? Act like a doctor and literally, for all of the questions that you have, all of the question and answer phase of your script, you're just trying to get information out of them, trying to see if they would be a good fit, okay? Completely forget about the close. This is gonna take the pressure off of you and take the pressure off of your prospect as well. They're gonna feel more comfortable and they're gonna open up more, which obviously means we can use that against them in the future, okay? So step one is diagnose, and then step two is close, okay? And so we only close if we have diagnosed they're a good fit. Okay? And the reason this is so important is if we just, go straight to closing anybody who jumps on a sales call with us, our product's going to be seen as less valuable because they're not going to have to go through a good fit process. And also, we're going to feel less valuable, right? You're going to feel like shit. You're trying to close anybody that comes onto these calls. Every call, you have a very scarce mindset, probably because you're bringing this attitude into your cold calls, your cold emails, everything like that as well. So you're probably not even booking as many calls. But the main thing is just how you frame it, right? If you can frame this to not even to the person, but just to yourself as a help call, all you're trying to do is help them, right? Someone goes through the sales process with you, they will either become a client of yours or they will get more information, right? If we diagnose them and we diagnose that they're not a good fit, we're going to tell them, hey, listen, I don't think you're going to be a good fit. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to do X, Y, Z. Right now, in the situation that you're in this market, you need to be doing this, and then send them on their way. They're gonna know more than what they knew previously, okay? And because they respect you a lot, because you're not just trying to close them, they know that you're actually a respectable person who isn't just trying to close anybody. They're gonna trust you, and they're gonna take your word for it, and they're actually gonna do the actions that you want them to do, okay? So the first thing is reframe. Go from selling to diagnose and close, okay? That's going to be the biggest one, and this is personally what helped me the most, okay? So after that, number two is limiting beliefs. So I'll just write LB. Limiting beliefs. I have limiting beliefs. You have limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are common. You definitely have them. If you don't think you have them, that's a limiting belief. like understanding that you have limiting beliefs is a good thing, because you have to first acknowledge that you have them before you want to overcome them. Okay, so you probably have limiting beliefs around your service and around your sales if you're scared to get on sales calls. Okay, so when it comes to limiting beliefs, the number one thing is going to be I suck, right? I'm not going to be able to deliver. Like you're scared of signing a client, so unconsciously you don't close anybody. You're scared of not delivering a bad service, so you just don't close anybody, and your sales ability isn't that good because of that, unconsciously. Okay, so there's two options for you when you're in this situation. Number one, you can't really do. Number one is having proof, right? And so obviously, if you're in a situation where you sign 10 clients and all 10 clients you've got absolutely incredible results, this limiting belief will kind of go away, right? But you're probably not in that situation. So number two, I guess there's three. Number two is mentor, okay? Ideally, you get a mentor who's done it before so that you know what you're doing because of the mentor. And you can kind of put your trust into the mentor that you will get good results. And because of that, you can have the confidence to absolutely destroy that limiting belief. And just for all the sales calls you go on, just say, hey, this works, right? And the more that you say it to people, the more that you're going to believe it yourself, okay? So number two is get a mentor. And number three is just believe in yourself. So believe, right? If you can, instead of believing in your service, because you haven't done it before, believe in yourself and believe in your ability to learn that service, right? If you're doing something like Facebook ads is proven. Facebook ad works. It's just up to you to actually make it work, right? It just comes down to the amount of work that you're willing to put in. So if you know that you're willing to go to the ends of the earth for this client and work 10 hours a day to get them good results, then you can have confidence in that, right? As long as what you're doing is proven, okay? So the three ways to get around a limiting belief is number one, have proof, so have it done before. Number two is get a mentor who's done it before, so you can trust in them. And number three is just believe in yourself, right? You can do one of these, or you can do all three of these. Ideally, you do all three, right? If you do all three, your confidence will skyrocket, okay? That's the second thing. The third thing is the pre-call ritual. So these other two have been a bit more like theory-based. This third one you can start today, okay? And so it's basically a ritual that you do every single time you're about to hop on a sales call, okay? And I'm going to show you mine right now, okay? So this will be also in the description, right below the link to join the school community. It's just some things to think about before the call, okay? And so as you can see here, I get on this around 10 minutes before every call, so we'll run through it right now. So the first thing is that I'm ready to send an email 5 minutes before the call and join the Zoom call meeting 5 minutes before the scheduled start time. So if the Zoom starts at 3, I'm joining at 2:55. And at 2:55, I'm sending an email. Literally in the email just says, yo, here's the link to join the call, and then the Zoom link, see you in there, talk soon. That's all it is, right? And I send that exactly 5 minutes before, and I join the Zoom meeting exactly 5 minutes before, okay? Next thing is have a piece of paper and a pen in front of you to write notes. So a lot of this pre-call ritual is to kind of just make sure you're completely ready. So for example, having a piece of paper and having a pen to take notes, especially on the current and desired monthly recurring revenue. So let's say you're working with gyms, and the gyms typically they're at 10K per month in monthly recurring revenue, and they want to get to 35. You need to write that down. You need to write 10K and 35K, because when you're doing your pitch, you're going to say, typically we work with gym owners who are at around 5 to 15K per month, with goals of getting that between 30 and 50K per month. So it seems to me like you're a pretty perfect fit for what we do, right? You want to be saying something like that. And so you need to be noting down their the current monthly revenue and the desired monthly revenue, so that you can use that in the pitch, okay? The next thing, obviously, pretty self-explanatory. You need to remove all distractions and you need to be in a quiet environment. So tell your dog to shut the fuck up, tell your roommate to be quiet, make sure that you're in a quiet environment. And obviously make sure you're ready to record the call. I just do this with Loom, so obviously the thing I'm recording with right now. It's super easy, and then as soon as the call ends, I can just download it and put it into my Google Drive, okay? And then the next thing, this is the big thing, release all attachment to the yes, and aim only to diagnose, like a doctor issuing a diagnosis before prescribing a solution, okay? So when you're doing all of your question and answer, you're just diagnosing. It's got nothing to do with closing. The only time you should start closing is when you say to them, okay, from what we've gone over, it seems to me like you're a good fit. Then closing mode, because now they're a good fit, and now you know that you can help them, okay? So make sure you release all attachment to the yes. And also, a no is better than a maybe, okay? It should be ingrained into your mind that no yes equals no. If it's a maybe, it's a no. If it's a no, obviously it's a no. If it's a yes, but they just can't pay right now, it's a no. If it's a yes, but they can't pay right now, but they'll pay a refundable deposit of $97 to hold the incentive-based pricing, it's still a no, okay? The only way it's a yes is if they've paid, and paid in full, okay? If they paid $900 instead of $2,000, it's still a no, it's still a lost call, okay? Next one, and this is like probably the biggest one, and it's something that you should probably add. Relax, bro. Relax, okay? See this for what it is, not who you are. This is the most important thing, and this is what we do with everything. We see things for what we are, not what they objectively are, right? So if I'm a vegan, I'm gonna see like a meat product as disgusting, harmful, disgraceful. If I'm a carnivore, I'm gonna see a meat product as beautiful, wholesome, and healthy, okay? We see things for who we are, not what they actually are. See this objectively. All you're doing is you're hopping on a Zoom call with some random guy, and it's gonna be over in like maximum an hour, and you're just having a conversation. That's all it is, okay? So don't see it for who you are, see it for what it actually is, okay? You are going to enjoy it, and you're going to have a fun time, Lamau. Like, I tell myself this, and like I laugh, because like, what's there to stress about? You have literally nothing to worry about, okay? Think about how you're going to feel 1 hour from now. You'll be happy you took the call no matter the outcome. Whether it's a no-show, whether you don't close, or whether you do close, you're going to feel happy in 1 hour, 2 hours from now that you did actually take the call, as opposed to just leaving and canceling the call, okay? And then it's just a reminder, for me, this is what I do, leave the call if they don't show up after 50 minutes. So if I join the call at 2:55 and they don't show up by 3:15, I just leave. That's just should be like an SOP. The last one is like a little affirmation. So sales calls are calm, easy, enjoyable. I am excited and very happy to take the sales call. I have my prospect's best interest in mind, which keeps me calm, confident, and I feel as though a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Right? Say this, and then picture it, and then believe it. Okay? It's like you have to say it, and then you have to picture it, and then you have to feel the emotion. So say it, and then picture you like doing well in the sales call, like maybe overcoming some objections and closing, and then feel the emotion. Feel how happy you're gonna be after this call if it does go well, right? Not even if it goes well. Feel how happy you're gonna be after this call if it doesn't go well, but at least you got on the sales call, right? You know this is like the needle moving thing for you, and you know this is what you have to do. So it's like really purposeful and really important for you to take these sales calls, okay? So those are the big 3 things. Number 1, reframe. You're not selling, you're helping. Number 2, absolutely destroy the limiting beliefs. And number 3, have a pre-call ritual. You can literally copy mine word for word. This will be in the description. Also, in the first link in the description, there's a link to try and sell you something. Click on that if you want to. Please like, comment, do all that stuff. If you want me to make a video about whatever suggestion you have, leave a comment or join the school community and just DM me on school or make a post about it on school. Okay? So I'll see you in the next one.